Welcome back to another Backpage gaming video. Today it is our first player review of FIFA 22. I am joined by Jack.
Hello there, ladies and gents. Yes, like Rob says, it's the first player review this year. I'm sure there's going to be hundreds, just like there was last year. Today, Rob, who are we looking at? Tell me in depth.
We're looking at the king himself, Kingsley Coman. Little backstory, got him in my starter pack, was buzzing. It was in like the gold players packs featuring 80 plus. Got a walkout. Walkout animation's a bit weird. Not really spoke about that, but it's a bit weird, isn't it? The player sort of comes out before the card, yeah. So I was like, oh, I've got a walkout, and it was Coman. You know, I was a bit buzzing with that. He is tradable. Did keep him for the review. So without further ado, let's see what it was all about, shall we, Jack?
Okay, Rob.
Yes.
I'm looking at his card. He's got some fantastic in-game stats.
He does, yes.
But there's one that sticks out to me for all the bad reasons. I'm sure you can imagine what it is. It's the
finishing?
75 finishing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... I don't know if I've kind of got used to being spoilt by wingers having like 90 finishing. But
yeah.
Where's he best played? Where did you try him? Is 75 finishing enough?
So I used him as a cam and I also used him as a striker. Mainly because I was only using narrow formations. I didn't really use a 4-3-3 or anything to try him on the wing. But in hindsight, I do think he would be best on the wing.
Okay.
So the only reason I used him at like a striker is because he is the best player in my team. Obviously, it's the first day of early access. I can't afford anyone better than him. So he is like the star player, if that makes sense.
No, I'd agree with that. You want your best players to be on the ball as much as possible, don't you?
Exactly,
Usually, that's going to be your striker or your midfield. You know, well, obviously he's not midfielder, but you know what I mean. So
yeah, but yeah, I think like, say if you've got a sick team and then you're slotting him on the wing, maybe like a 4-2-3-1 or something like that, he'll be fantastic there. But I think like as a striker, you can notice his poor finishing just because he does get so many chances because he is so fast and good at dribbling that he doesn't put every single one away. But he makes so many chances. Go on.
I suppose the freestyle weak foot doesn't really help with that either.
It doesn't help, no. I mean, I've played like 7 games so far in this FIFA. I don't know about you, but we said it's hard to get a baseline for these early reviews because we've not really used many players. But we're going to give you as much as a sort of explanation as we can. And yeah, I didn't really notice his weak foot too much, but his finishing in general was lacking a little bit. But again, it's hard to say because we've played such little games, and from my experience so far, the keepers
crazy. Yeah,
they save everything. No, whether it's just his finishing or you could have like
I think I agree with that. I think it's there's more than just bad finishing. Like so I've been using a player that's got 84 finishing, and he's been missing plenty of chances as well, which is. I say he's been missing them. It's not that he's missed them. It's that the keepers have just... I do think they'll be patched.
They have to be.
In like the first week or so.
I think they should be. I think it's very similar to the beta.
Yeah.
They're a bit too overpowered. They are. Like, they just say, I've got Bernardoni in net, and you'd think it was like Prime Casillas. He's insane. It's a bit weird. But he's a good player. Like it's hard to judge. Like we've said... Any other questions?
The way that I see Coman, I think Coman forever has had this kind of like this aura to me. It's him and like Lucas Moura. They've got similar vibes.
Yeah.
They're just always really, really good players at the start for getting down the wing and creating chances.
Hell yeah.
And maybe that's it, and that's not the worst thing to be good at, to be honest.
It's not. No, I mean it's what you want, isn't it? Really, from a player this early in the game, you want someone fast. That's why they are expensive. And,
I know. I came up against Sané just last game, and he was an absolute handful.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that Coman's kind of a similar vein to him, to be honest with you.
Definitely, yeah. He does feel so fast on the ball. His dribbling is the best I've used. Obviously, I mean, there's not many I've used, but
I was going to ask: is dribbling? Is he like heads and shoulders? Bloody hell, who's heads he nicking? Is he head and shoulders above all the other players you've used? Is it really that noticeable?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, you in the team with him, I'm sure you will have seen at the start of the video. I had like Icone, the right mid from Lille, and Kevin Gamero from Strasbourg. So neither of them have particularly great dribbling, so you can really tell when you've got a sort of a premium player on the ball.
Okay.
And I think that obviously he's an 86. I think that's why he is so expensive. He's got the skills He's got the pace and he's got the dribbling, which is it's what everyone turns to, isn't it? In a moment of doubt, I think.
Yeah, definitely. He's been a reliable card on Ultimate Team for a while. Like I said, him and Lucas, to me, they always used to find their way into my team, or at least my starter team anyway.
Yeah.
They've got really good links as well. They've always been. They're just a good player. You know, there's nothing wrong with just being good players. So, I think. What do you think to the price tag? Is it too much, too little?
I do think it is a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Purely because if you compare his stats from this year to last year.
Yeah.
He's got +2 passing and +1 dribbling. That's it.
Well,
+1 defending, +1 physical. Yeah.
Somehow +2 overall.
Yeah, I don't really get that, but maybe there's something. I've not really took an in-depth look at the in-games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's quite a big price increase for not much of an increased card, if that makes sense. But
yeah, I'd say that goes towards the fact that the Bundesliga is really hyped this year.
Yes, really.
I'd say it's probably the most hyped it's ever been.
Yeah.
Potentially.
The centre backs are insane. Yeah.
Yeah, the defence is very good. Davies is obviously probably the best left back in the game, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a big fat strong link to our Kingsley Coman.
Yeah. Speaking of links, shall we go on to the end card?
Go on, Rob, take us through it, mate.
Rating, as I've said, it's hard to judge. I'm going for a 7.5.
7 point. Okay. I was gonna say how should we treat the rating for him? You know, like is that too kind?
I don't know.
I felt we always had this problem, didn't we? Last year where we'd start off too high almost. So I think 7.5. I suppose if you think of like 5 as being an average card, what would you give him in that case?
Yeah, I'd say like a 7.
Still like
7.5. Yeah.
Fair play.
I think with the ratings, they are dynamic, so you can't watch this review and see a 7.5, and then in a few months' time, when Team of the Year's out, see one and see that says 7.5 and think they're the same player.
Yeah.
Like the game evolves, and so do the reviews, sort of thing. If that makes sense.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Value for coins.
Value for coins, I've gone for 6. He's a lot of money at the start, 40k.
It really is. I was just saying to Rob, that's worth more than my club.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of money for one player.
And you can't help but notice there's a lot of players that I wouldn't say completely similar to him, because he has got really good stats. But you think of like Zaha, he's like 10k. He's got a really good card. Carrasco,
I've been bringing him off the bench as well. He's very good, Zaha.
About 10k. Delafeu. If you tell you what, lads, a really good feature on Footbin is actually clicking on the similar players tab. Yeah, and it comes up with a lot of players that kind of
that informed Diaz as well is 18k.
Is he? Yeah. And he's got a really good strong link in that left back. His name escapes me.
One.
Yeah,
Sanusi or something like that, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, and he's got another strong. Yeah. It's a tough sell, I think, for Coman, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Kemstar, I've gone for a dead eye, rather unsurprisingly. I think it gives him +10 finishing, +15 shot power. Yeah, I mean, not really much more to say than that. It makes him like an 85 rated striker, an 89 cam, which is pretty good. And then for the links, unsurprisingly, we've already mentioned him, it's Alphonso Davies, obviously a great strong link down the left-hand side.
He's a great player.
Yeah, I think those two down the left-hand side could take you well into the game, to be honest. They're very, very solid. Sabitzer as well as another one I've gone for, Jack. Not sure if you've seen his stats, but he looks very, very good.
Yeah, he looks very solid. I'm just looking at some of the links now that he's got. Yeah. He's obviously French as well, so I suppose down the line, if you are looking, kind of maybe like in a couple of months, where there's maybe like a couple of special cards in your team, and you just need a pacey winger that's French or something. Do you think he'd do the job?
100%. Yeah, like for a winger, he's going to be fantastic. I think the reason I noticed his bad sides was because he was in like a pivotal role.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, like you say, he was your focal man because obviously, like you say, he's the best player in your team at the minute. Yeah. So I suppose, say if he was next to another striker that was quite a big ball or something, maybe you wouldn't have so many
definitely
things to pick out about him. But
and then the last link I've gone for is a player I've used in the team with him. That's Nkunku.
Strong link. A cheaper option.
He is, he's only like 2k, and I think he's a very good starter centre mid for that as well, to be honest.
4-star as well. He was featuring in a couple of our starter teams, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good first review, Rob, to be honest, mate. It's a solid
I do
player.
as well, yeah.
We'll be having another player review coming out very, very soon. I reviewed him on the RTG. Speaking of which, if you have not seen it already, click in the top right-hand corner. I'm bringing it to you every single week, a few episodes a week. It's a very exciting time for the channel. Please drop a like, drop a sub. I've been Jack.
I've been Robbie.
And we've been Backpage Gaming. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.